Cricket junkies, auction addicts, and fantasy league overloads, welcome back. Today's episode is your complete unofficial guide to the Indian Premier League 2026 auction happening this 16th December in Abu Dhabi. That's right, we are talking big money, bigger drama, and even bigger memes than your last squad selection fiasco. Let's dive right in. Okay, first things first. This isn't just a random bid fest. This is the mini auction that will shape your IPL 2026 teams. After retaining 173 players, remaining 77 slots, including 31 overseas slots, are up for grabs from a pool of 350 shortlisted players, all battling for fame, fortune, and a place in the highlight reel. Picture it. Teams like KKR with a whooping 64.3 crores still to spend, and others like MI that are down to just 2.75 crores. It's like Monopoly meets real money, and every bid is either a power play or a panic buy. So let's break down the big pieces on the auction board. First up, Cameron Green, the Aussie all-round powerhouse who for some reason has registered himself as a batter. Genius or grand strategy. But why does this matter? Batters typically get picked earlier in the auctions. Team with big purse like KKR or CSK can trigger a bid war. But here's the twist. Even if someone bids 30 crore, Cameron can only take home 18 crores because of the IPL's maximum fee rule for the overseas players. Excess amount goes to player welfare. Fair enough. Next on the marquee is Venkatesh Iyer, the man, the myth, the left-handed legend. Released by KKR after a costly price tag last year, many believe that KKR could win him back. Domestically trained, can bat top orders, bowl some handy medium pace, classic all-round energy. Think of him like a comfort food of auction. Reliable, familiar, and always in demand. Then there is Liam Livingstone, England's cricketing equivalent to Thor, but with a bat. He doesn't hit sixes. This guy invents new sixes, and teams love that about him. Bowls a bit, bats a lot, and scares bowlers like your dad scares you when you cross your curfew time. But the auctions aren't just about big names. Let's talk value picks and surprising entries. First up, Karthik Sharma, a seam bowler who spins them in. Think of him like a classic Swiss Army knife, unexpectedly useful. Sally Arora just smashed 11 sixes in a 45 ball 125, a local Chris Gale when angry. Akib Nabi, seam bowler with good pace. Classic night watch death over specialist. Prashant Veer and Ashok Sharma, domestic warriors who can be squad game changers. These guys could be sleeping pigs that win your fantasy points while others are chasing green. Kolkata Knight Riders walk into this auction with the biggest purse on the table, and that changes everything. When you have that kind of money, you don't just buy players, you set the tone for the auction. KKR can afford to push bids, test other teams' limits, and still walk away with depth, especially in areas like seam bowling options, Indian all rounders, and middle order insurance. This is the team that is likely to trigger bidding wars, not necessarily because they want the player, but because they can afford to do so. Then there's CSK, walking in with the second highest purse. If history has taught us anything, Chennai doesn't panic. They don't chase hype, they chase fit. CSK auctions are like chess, slow, patient, and then suddenly checkmate. They will look for role specific players, a reliable Indian seamer, a flexible batting all rounder, or a death over option who can bowl Yorkers under pressure. No reckless spending, just upgrades. Now, teams like SRHDC and LSG sit in the middle range zone. This is the toughest spot to be. They can't splurge, but they can't sit quiet either. These teams will look out for the utility players, guys who can give you more than just one skill. We are talking about seam bowling all rounders, a flexible top to middle order batter, a bowler who can handle both the phases, power play and depth. This is where smart counting comes into picture more than stunning. And then there is Mumbai Indians, walking into the auction with the lowest purse but arguably a very settled squad. MI doesn't need reinforcements. It just needs fine tuning. They look for bargain picks, backups, maybe a young Indian seamer or a utility all rounder. Players who can fit into an already strong system. MI isn't shopping. They are just picking up essentials. And one more thing that completely changes auction dynamics, there are no right to match cards this year. That means once a player is sold, he's gone. No last minute steals, no emotional buybacks, no, we'll just RTM him safety nets. Every bid has to be intentional, every decision has consequences. So here we are, one night before the Indian Premier League 2026 mini auction. By this time tomorrow, some teams will look like geniuses and the others will still be explaining their long term visions with PowerPoint slides. Camden Green's name will test budgets. Indian all-rounders will quietly steal the spotlight and uncapped players might walk in as unknown and walk out as IPL stars. Seamers, all-rounders, utility players, this IPL auction is about balance and not bust. This isn't just about who goes for the most money. It's about who fits where, who upgrades a weak middle order, who adds depth over control, who gives the captains flexibility through the phases of the game. Tomorrow, we'll all pretend we saw it coming. But tonight is where the real predictions happen. Save this video, come back after the auctions, and let me know which prediction landed and which one completely backfired. Auction day is here and let the chaos begin.